Today I choose to follow you.
Good morning. It's Monday, the 13th of March, and this is Coffee with God. So I trust you got something to start the day with. If you have your Bibles, turn to Mark 12, verse 14, Marcus 12, verse 14. I have a statement that I try to live my life by, and it's to live with integrity before God and man, and to positively impact everybody I meet. And what's interesting is if you have integrity, it means that you live true to yourself. God, when He creates something, it has an innate godly integrity. Bananas are bananas, watermelons are watermelons, and what you see on the outside is what you get on the inside with God's creation. And just think about it. We were created in the image of God. So initially, before the fall, we were people of integrity before God because we had the same value system. We had the same heartbeat in a sense. And we're going to talk about that later. But listen to what it says about Jesus here in verse 14 of Mark 12. They came to him and said, "Teacher, we know you are a man of integrity. You aren't swayed by men because you pay no attention to who they are, but you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. Is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not?" Now, forget about the question of taxes and should we pay them or not. What's interesting is they say, Jesus here, you are a man of integrity and you teach the truth of God and you pay no attention to who men are. You see, Jesus, it didn't matter whether you were rich or poor, whether you were a slave or a slave owner. It didn't matter whether you were young or you were old. The appearance of the man on the outside meant nothing to Jesus. He treated everybody the same because he wasn't swayed by who was standing in front of him. He wasn't influenced by who was standing in front of him. He was guided. He was grounded. He operated out of his own inner value system. But it's more important, not everybody can just be a person of integrity because they operate out of their own value system. Jeffrey Dahmer, Adolf Hitler, name a couple of people who lived out what their inner value system was, but it was so screwed up. So a person of integrity must first have integrity before God. In other words, God's heartbeat needs to be in our chest. It needs to be beating within us. And as His love, His value system beats within us, we can live it out and we're going to look at it. But this integrity thing is awesome because it determines my response to people. The people in front of me don't determine my response to them. I'm not swayed by wanting to curry favor. I'm not swayed by maybe they won't accept me, maybe they won't like me. And here it's a characteristic that pulls the Pharisees to him to ask him the question, you are a man of integrity. You are not swayed by men because you do not look at them. You teach the truth of God. And we're called as Christians to live out the truth of God irrespective of who's standing in front of us. In spite of, in fact, we're supposed to live out the truth and the love of God. The value of God needs to shine through us, and that needs to be the determining, the deciding factor in our daily walk. Ons moet God eer en ons moet God se hartklop laat uit ons klop. Mense, as hulle na ons hartklop luister, moet hulle eintlik Jesus of God se hartklop hoor. En dit moet die bepalende faktor wees in ons daaglikse besluite, ons daaglikse wandel, ons daaglikse verhoudings. En as dit die dryfkrag of as dit die fondasie is waarop ons staan en waaruit ons leef, dan word ons nie geaffekteer deur die mense en die omstandighede om ons. Dis net ons innerlike waardes wat uitleef. Dis hoekom Paulus op 'n kol kon sê, I've died to self and my life now is Christ. So it's interesting that we can become people of integrity, and integrity is being true. to what we believe, our value system, and that determines how we live our day. Isn't that awesome? That's something to think about this Monday. Are you a person of integrity? They came to him and said, Teacher, we know you are a man of integrity. You aren't swayed by men because you pay no attention to who they are, but you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. May you be a man, a woman who lives in accordance to the way of God, and that you teach it because it's the truth and you're not swayed by what men are going to think in this Monday. Have a great one.